Oh, that's it for the repeater, some basic stuff in there, onto the sequencer. This is also really cool. What I can do here is I can select requests that have a JWT token in them. For example, I can go to my target tab, and here I'm going to quickly remove all of this stuff that I have in here. Okay, so there we go. I should have a specific request to log in, which is what I'm looking for right now. I'm just going to use this. So there we go. Let's search for the login functionality. This is not the one that I'm looking for. The API users request. There we go. So this is the one that I'm looking for. If I send this to the repeater, I have a response in here. And this response is not the one that contains the JWT token, I see, but this one contains a deluxe token, for example. Now, if this token would be filled in, and I'd like to know the randomness of that token, that's what the sequencer is going to do for us. We can send this specific response to the sequencer, and then we can select the location of the token which we want to test for randomness, which would be in here. Now I've already prepared this one for you guys. As you can see in here, what I did was let's send this to the, can I send this to the repeater? No, apparently not. What I did was in here was just a basic call to log in. I got a JWT token back, as you can see from here, which I selected. So I just went like this. This is going to be where my JWT token is. And then it's going to say start the expression here and end the expression here. And it's always going to select my JWT token from there. Now, then what I can do is I can start my live capture. And this is the important part. This is going to take a long time. As you can see in my application, it's just erroring out. But if you want, you guys can check the PDF. And in there, it's going to show you how it's working. It's going to do a lot of requests, analyze those tokens, and then you can look at how those tokens are on a randomness distribution scale. Now, it needs quite a lot of tokens, of course, because a randomness distribution, it needs a lot of samples before you can actually say with confidence that the randomness is good or not. So it will run for quite a while. It actually needs a whole lot of samples. So make it run, then do some other things. Make sure that you're grabbing yourself a coffee, making yourself comfortable. This can take a whole while. You can see that your number of threads in here can be adjusted. Don't make this too high because it can adversely change the performance of your application. If I send 1,000 requests at a time, my server is simply not going to be able to handle those requests. No matter how good my server is, it's not going to be able to handle it. So I need to throttle my enthusiasm a little bit, and I need to wait for my tokens. Then it's going to, of course, I can also manually load my tokens if I already have a lot. But you need to realize that you need to have a lot of tokens before you can actually make this work properly. There are some analysis options as well. You shouldn't mess with this too much, and if you want to know what the results mean, that's a whole topic in and of itself, so I would really advise you to look that up. That's a different course. We're going to look into that later.